I just had to let you know you're
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. We are the students from grade 12 Binsman, and I am Adeline Gracie Santos. And I am Miss Jill Paulton.
And I'm Rainier Mundawi.
And I am Pixel
And I'm Joseph Popo.
And today we're going to talk about something that affects millions of students around the world, which is the global inequality in education, specifically the digital divide. So before we proceed with our topic, I would like to ask you guys a question. Have you ever experienced slow internet during an online class?
Yes.
How about you, Joseph?
Yes.
You, Faith?
I haven't experienced it yet.
And you?
Yes.
Okay, so based on my experience, I have also experienced in slow internet during an online class. And basically, that answers of you guys is already an example of digital divide. But another question is that, have you ever shared one phone with your siblings just to finish homework or schoolworks?
For me, I haven't with my siblings, but to my parents, yes.
Okay, so
I already experienced this kind of situation.
really
I have already
experience.
experienced this.
Yeah.
I already, yes.
You, Rainier.
I'm planning to share I always share my photos with my family.
Okay, so and basically all of us have experienced sharing phones with our families and siblings just to do a homework or school activities. So second question is that, have you guys ever experienced sharing one phone with your siblings or family just to finish schoolwork or like make school activities?
For me, I haven't borrowed na phone of my siblings, but yes, my siblings, but to my parents, I borrowed their phone just to.
Finish, yeah. How about you, Faith?
I already experienced that kind of situation where we're sharing our phone together with our homework and students.
You have experienced it already. But you have experienced it. Okay. And about you, Rainier?
Always share my phone with my family.
Okay, so in my experience, based on my experience, I have most of the time, especially right now since my phone is broken, I always share my Lola's phone, which is my phone before, but I have already given it to her, so I am sharing her phone just to make some schoolwork or activities or finish or like study like that. Digital divide is the gap between people and people who have access to technology like laptops, smartphones or cell phones, and even fast internet. And according to UNESCO, millions of students worldwide struggle to continue learning during the pandemic because they lack of devices or stable internet. Do you guys think it is really very, what do we call this? Very hard to learn during the pandemic?
Yes.
How come?
Since it was regular and the students cannot learn
Because they don't have any phones. Yeah. Living in the NCR or the National Capital Region or in Manila, does that mean that every student in NCR has fast internet? How about
Based on your experience,
based on your experience? Di ba you already live in Manila?
totally
You can answer in Tagalog.
hindi talaga ako na Maynila. Nagawa ko din yung part ng Maynila. Iba kasi meron ngayon na depende na lang sa anong malakas kung may tagulan, may lansing ka.
So it depends on the weather. But if the weather is good, it means the connection is also good and fast. Yeah. what is your perspective or thoughts about the question na if you live in NCR or like all the students who live in NCR has a fast connection?
Just because you live in NCR, it doesn't mean you have access to internet na eh. So, some people pa rin na unfortunate to not have a phone, gadget, or internet.
Okay, so for me, even in NCR, there are families who cannot afford monthly Wi-Fi, right? Like some of them, maybe yung mama at papa nila can't afford to buy Wi-Fi or pay Wi-Fi since they have some bills to pay. And some students rely on data, right? Mobile data. Who among us still rely on mobile data? So since we are done, talking about the NCR region now, based on me, not just because here are my takeaways on the NCR. Not just because you live on the NCR, that doesn't mean that you have a good internet connection because some students are unfortunate enough to afford, some families are unfortunate enough to afford Wi-Fi. Just like what Joseph said, dili man tanan or like dili man lahat afford na magpa-Wi-Fi. So now let's compare it to the Mindanao, which is here in our side. As we call this in our 1, 2, 3, in the Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. No. Let's compare the digital learning in NCR and here in Mindanao. So, in Mindanao, the situation can be very different, especially in rural or remote areas like Bukid, like that. And let me ask you guys a question. What happens if your area has weak signal? Basically, pag mahina ang internet connection, di ko makasabot tayo. Like, I cannot fully understand the lesson. And,
Magiging choppy.
yeah, maging choppy like, di ka na. Bugay na ko ma-receive ang signal. Yeah. Like that loading, freeze like that. How lucky are we, or in your perspective, how lucky we are to have that kind of access to, online education?
The fact that we have access to internet, we're lucky.
Yeah, the fact that we have access, but not all of us, like not all the students or students in the fisheries or even students here in Mindanao doesn't have access to that. Just like the other countries worldwide, just like the students in Africa or the South Asia and other countries that has a low income or their families struggle to provide their needs in education. Some of them, travel for just to find internet signal. Yeah, you guys believe in that?
Especially the people in the province.
Yeah, people in the province are what we call bukid. People in the bukid. They still need to travel far just to get good internet or signal. And sometimes, it's very sad to think that some of them even have to stop going to school because they find it very hard to learn if they don't have any cell phone or gadgets. So because of those hindrances, many parts of the Mindanao experience because of the low internet connection here in Mindanao. Some schools preferred to print modules instead of doing online classes. Do you guys experience modules right during the pandemic? And especially in the Bukid, most of the schools there, they only rely on the printed modules during the pandemic since they don't have access to internet or to the good connection since probably some have a internet connection but it is not good enough for them to do online classes. And yeah, the digital divide in education. So I guess education should be equal for everyone, right? Whether you live in NCR and Mindanao or even outside the Philippines or even worldwide, education should be equal for everyone. And with that being said, to end our discussion, let us always remember this, that digital divide is not just about technology. It is also about opportunities, it is also about fairness, and it is also about the future of students everywhere. Do you guys agree? So, what can you say? I mean, anong mabibilin? Mabibilin? Anong PE1 rather? What can you leave? Can you guys please leave a message for those students who are experiencing this, what we call digital divide?
For me, my only message for you guys, don't lose hope.
Yeah. How about you?
For me is digital devices is not a barrier for our education.
Yeah, it is true that digital divide is not a barrier for us. It is not a barrier na not just because we don't have any gadgets, we have to stop going to school. Leave a message for those students who experience this digital divide.
Guys, for me, do not give up and trust the government.
Trust the government. Do not give up and trust the government. Okay, so with that being said, no, I guess we have already discussed the global inequalities in the education, specifically the digital divide here in the worldwide, in the Philippines, which is the NCR, and then Mindanao. So with that being said, I guess we are already done. And again, I am Adeline J. Santos.
And Joseph,
I am Faith, I am Paula.
And I'm Rainer.
And see you guys next time on our